Life is often compared to a journey, and no one understood this better than Emma, a woman whose life unfolded in unexpected ways, full of triumphs, trials, and moments of reflection. Emma was born in a small town surrounded by rolling hills and endless green fields. Her early years were filled with the simple joys of childhood, running barefoot through the grass, climbing trees, and listening to her grandmother's stories under the shade of the big oak tree that stood behind her house. From a young age, Emma was curious and adventurous, always asking questions about the world beyond her small town. Her parents, loving and supportive, encouraged her curiosity and instilled in her the belief that she could achieve anything she set her mind to. As Emma grew older, her ambitions grew too. She excelled in school, dreaming of one day going to a big city where she could attend university and explore new opportunities. However, life, as it often does, had different plans. Just before her final year of high school, Emma's father fell ill. It was a sudden illness that left him bedridden and unable to work. The family's financial situation took a sharp turn for the worse, and Emma's dreams of university seemed to slip away as the reality of her father's condition set in. Instead of heading off to pursue her education, Emma stayed in her small town to help care for her father and support her family. She took on part-time jobs, working at the local grocery store and doing odd jobs for neighbors to make ends meet. It was a challenging time, and there were many nights when she felt overwhelmed by the weight of responsibility. But even during this difficult period, Emma never gave up on her dreams. She continued to study on her own, reading books borrowed from the library and taking online courses whenever she could. Her passion for learning burned bright, and she knew that one day, when the time was right, she would find her way back to the path she had envisioned for herself. A few years passed, and Emma's father eventually recovered enough to live independently again. By then, Emma was in her early 20s, and though her life had taken a detour, she felt stronger for having faced the challenges that had come her way. She had learned resilience, patience, and the importance of adapting to life's changes. With her father's blessing, Emma finally moved to the city. It wasn't easy starting fresh at an age when many of her peers had already graduated from university and were building their careers, but Emma was determined. She enrolled in a community college, worked part-time to support herself, and slowly but surely began to build the life she had dreamed of. Emma thrived in the city. She loved the diversity of people, the energy of the streets, and the opportunities to learn and grow. She made new friends from all walks of life, and together they shared stories of their struggles and aspirations. For Emma, it was a time of self-discovery. She realized that the hardships she had faced had shaped her into a stronger, more compassionate person. After graduating from community college, Emma transferred to a university, where she majored in environmental science. She had always loved nature, and she felt passionate about finding ways to protect the environment and address the growing challenges of climate change. During her studies, Emma took part in fieldwork, traveling to different ecosystems and learning about the delicate balance of life on Earth. One summer, while working on a research project in a remote coastal town, Emma met someone who would change her life in unexpected ways. His name was Daniel, a fellow environmental researcher with a quiet passion for marine life. They bonded over long days spent studying sea turtles and coral reefs, and before long, their shared interests blossomed into something deeper. They fell in love, and together, they dreamed of building a life dedicated to protecting the planet. After graduating from university, Emma and Daniel traveled the world, working on conservation projects in far-flung places, rainforests in South America, deserts in Africa, and coral reefs in Southeast Asia. Their work was challenging, but it was also deeply fulfilling. They were part of a global community of people committed to making a difference, and together, they felt they were doing something meaningful. However, as the years passed, Emma began to feel a new longing, one for a sense of home and stability. The constant travel and uncertainty of their work, while exciting, left her feeling rootless. She wanted a place where she could put down roots, where she and Daniel could build a life and perhaps even start a family. After much soul-searching, Emma and Daniel decided to settle down in a coastal town where they had once worked. It was a small, close-knit community, and they bought a house near the sea. Emma took a job at a local environmental non-profit, while Daniel worked as a marine biologist. They continued their conservation work, but now with a deeper sense of belonging and purpose. In the years that followed, Emma and Daniel built a life together, one filled with love, laughter, and shared dreams. They welcomed 2 children into their family, and Emma found herself teaching them the same lessons her parents had taught her, about curiosity, resilience, and the importance of caring for the world around them. As Emma looked back on her life, she saw it as a series of interconnected journeys. There had been times when her path seemed unclear, when challenges had threatened to derail her dreams. But through it all, she had grown stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. She had learned that life was not always about following a straight line to success, but about navigating the twists and turns, finding meaning in both the struggles and the triumphs. In the end, Emma realized that the life she had built was more beautiful and fulfilling than anything she could have imagined as a young girl. She had followed her dreams, yes, but more importantly, she had learned to embrace the unexpected, to find joy in the present, and to remain open to the possibilities that life had to offer. Her story was one of growth, resilience, and self-discovery, a reminder that life is not about reaching a destination, but about the journey itself. And for Emma, that journey had been rich with love, learning, and the quiet satisfaction of knowing that she had made a difference in the world. This life story of Emma illustrates the universal truths of perseverance, self-discovery, and the beauty of embracing life's unpredictable journey. Through her challenges and achievements, Emma finds fulfillment not only in her ambitions, but in the relationships and impact she leaves behind.